Hello, welcome to the Keto Mom page. My name is Stephanie, and I want to say good morning. All right, we've had a little bit of a crazy day. I don't need to go into details. We'll just say we had a sleepover last night. One of the little girls got very sick. We drove her home at 2:30 in the morning and then had to clean up a lot of throw up. But we just did communion in our home, and we're believing that everybody is healthy and strong. Everybody feels great. But we just had a crazy night and an early morning, and then, catching up on things this morning. So I'm a little late, and I don't think that people actually keep time frames because I'm never actually on a time frame. But in my own head, I'm like, I want to do my live before 9 o'clock in the morning. So it's a little late this morning, but good morning. Good morning. I have a thought to share with you, and then I have a fun sale around ketones for Labor Day, which can you believe? Can you believe that Labor Day is here? Like, it's fall, like not really, but kind of, in Minnesota. So I'm tuning in from Minnesota, and the leaves are already falling from the trees. My whole front yard is full of leaves. So I have not drank my ketones yet this morning. I drank my water and electrolytes. Congratulations to the rebooters who finished the reboot. Awesome. You did amazing. If you want to join us for the next one, you guys, there's a sale today. I'm going to give you a thought for today, but we have a sale on ketones. I'll talk about them in a second. But it's a pretty big sale. 25% off, 27% off if you're a VIP customer. You're just a Smart Ship customer. So on lots of different flavors, my mom fuel. If you want to know about the sale, post sale below and I'll send you all the info. I'm giving rainbow candy this morning. I haven't had my ketones, so I'll show you what it is. It's a powder. You shake it up and, Audrey says the leaves don't fall in Florida. I can't believe it's September. I know. I remember when June hit, and I don't know where all of you are tuning in from, but when June hit in Minnesota, you guys, it was a cold summer to start off with. May was cold, June was cold, it was rainy, and we all were like, are we going to get a summer? We've had some hot days. We've had 0 rain, like 5 days of rain. It's so weird, isn't it? And now it's September. And I'm moving to Florida, which some people are like, why are you moving to Florida? It's hurricane season. And I was like, it's fine. We're going to Wellington. And Wellington is a little bit inland, and I love Florida, and I'm fine with a good storm. If it's really bad, we'll leave. So cheers to a good fall. It's going to be a really great October. I saw somebody say October. It's going to be a really great fall, September. Happy early Labor Day. We are doing a sale. So good question. I'm going to answer all your questions about ketones in a second because I do want to give you a thought for today. So here's how you do it. You take a packet, you put it in some water. Normally I put it in a shaker bottle, but I do love to use a straw. And I already had my water and electrolytes in this one before, so I'm just going to stir it up. And I should have a little those ones that you do with your cream and coffee, but I don't have it with me. So I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way and stir my ketones up. Listen, you drink this, and in under an hour, your body has ketones in it, so it helps you with your energy, your focus, your appetite control. There is a sale for Labor Day, and it is a really good sale. So post sale in the comments, and I'll send you all the fun info. Okay, you guys want to hear my thought for today? I was listening to a podcast, and no, not a podcast. I'm sorry. You actually can't listen to this unless you buy the training. I was listening to a training from a group that I joined to elevate my own thinking. So I joined, I don't know if he's calling it a mastermind. He's calling it the arena. And so it's a group with Erwin. I would say my number one, I have 3 people that I really listen to besides God and my husband. And there's 3, I guess you would say I say most of my mentors are, I have more than that, but 3 people I listen to online. Well, maybe 4. Doesn't matter. And I always say there's one person for years and years I've listened to for years and years. And I always said if I got the opportunity to meet him, it would be him. And his name is Erwin McManus. He's written lots of books. He's written. One of the books is called, one of my most favorite books of all time is called The Last Arrow. So if you've never read that book and you're looking for a really good book to read this fall by the fire as you're looking outside at the snow, but I won't be doing that because I'll be in Florida. All right, just teasing. But for real, if you want a good book for the winter, it's called Erwin McManus. I'm writing a book. I have to keep editing it. I've gotten a little detoured. It will come soon. My thought was September, but I don't know. It's a lot harder than you think. So, all right, you ready? So I joined a group. Here's the flavor I'm drinking, rainbow candy. There is a sale. It's super delicious. I joined this group. I guess it would be like a mastermind, but he calls it the arena. And so I get to sit with him, and I guess last time there was 50 people on, and learn. I love it. Okay, I learned a lot of things yesterday as I was listening to a couple courses. And here's a thought for you today as you take in with you for the rest. This is huge. This thought is, I think it's very profound. So my daughter and I, my oldest daughter, and I'm trying to get our second daughter to talk on the podcast. We have a podcast called Who Is She Becoming? It's great for teenagers. I have lots of moms listen to it as well. But the podcast, if you go to Spotify or if you go to just the podcast app, it's called Who Is She Becoming? And we're launching a new episode on Friday, and it's very much about this phrase I'm going to give you. We just go into detail about it, and it's really good for teenagers. So teenage girls. So if you have daughters or young adults, we have some great conversations on the podcast. Here's the thought for you today, and I have a couple different ways to say it. If you're taking notes, write it down. The choices you make today create the person you will have to live with in the future. So in this podcast that launches on Friday, we talk about choices and how we all are so happy to make our own choices, right? Especially teenagers growing into young adults, and now at 40, hopefully I'm wise enough to make the best choices most of the time. But think about it like this. So I often ask people when they reach out to me and they'll say, I need help with losing weight, or I want to feel better. And I'll say, what is your outcome? My husband and I work a lot with different teams in business, and we'll say, what is your outcome? I'll even tell my kids when we're going somewhere, or we use this word outcome a lot when we're talking to friends, family, business partners, people on Keto Mom page. Depending if I'm trying to get what answer I'm trying to get, I'll say, what is your outcome? What do you want? What are your goals? What is your outcome with being on the Keto Mom page? I'm going to ask you that. What's your outcome with being on the Keto Mom page? What is your outcome for the rest of the year? Okay? Because whatever your outcome is, it all happens from your input. So if your outcome is, I want to lose weight, I want to get healthier, then that happens from what? Everything happens from your input. So that would mean the food you're putting in your mouth, the thoughts that you're thinking, the things that you're watching. So the question you need to ask yourself is, what is my outcome in September? What is my outcome by December 31st? What is my outcome for the next year? What is my outcome for today? Because if you ask yourself that and then you reverse engineer it and you go, all right, if I want that, I have to make certain choices, certain inputs to get me that, right? So I said the choices you make today create the person that you will have to live with in the future, or said like this. I think it's super powerful. I heard this and I was like, seriously, this is all a majority of the things that you want to achieve in life, the goals you want to hit, the outcomes that you want to achieve, the life that you want to create, the places you want to go. All of that starts with awareness. Awareness in your outcomes, awareness in your inputs, awareness on the choices that you make every single day. First is awareness. Then you have to choose. And then you have to take action, right? So it says, here's another way to say it. The choices you make today will create the future you live in tomorrow. So if your goal is, I want to get healthy, and you decide every day to have a little bit more ice cream and a little less gym time and a little more fast food because you're like, it's not a big deal, I'll start Monday. Does Monday really ever come? Right? So I just wanted to leave that with you. I loved that phrase. I sat on it all day yesterday. I told my Amelia, I was like, listen, we have to do a podcast about this. I need kids to understand their choices. We all can make whatever choice we want. Guess what? You have full control of the choices that you make you do not have control over the consequences that you get. So we talked more in like a teenager, young adult understanding around choices and consequences on the podcast. I'm going to say to you today, you have full choice. You have the freedom to choose the food that you eat and to skip the gym or go to the gym or to reach out and ask questions, to ask for mentorship. You have so many choices every day. And if you don't choose the right things based on your own outcome, not mine. So based on what you want and the outcomes that you want, if your choices don't line up with that, you don't get to choose the consequences. You don't get to choose sickness. It chooses you. You don't get to choose how your body starts deteriorating if you don't take care of it, because it will do that. You don't get to choose how your body functions if you don't take care of it. It's a consequence of the choices that you make. So I'm going to say this one more time. I was listening to this lesson and I was like, oh my goodness. And he was like, listen, I don't know how many times I need to tell people this, and eventually you will hear it. He's like, your choices have consequences or rewards, good or bad. And if you want to be the person out here that you're like, I want to be this person, I want to achieve this goal, this is my outcome for my life, but your actions and your choices don't line up, that's not how this works, right? You choose, and then your life is directed that way. Good or bad, right or wrong, up or down. So I'm going to say it one more time. I think it's powerful. I would encourage you to write it down. The choices you make today will create the future you live in tomorrow. What tomorrow do you want to live in? It's powerful. All right. That is your thought for today. And if you are just tuning in, good morning. Good morning. We do have a fun sale. I call it Mom Fuel. It's ketones. And there's lots of different flavors. And so post sale below if you want to know more. But we've got like a blackberry pineapple. So these are old ones that might never come back. They're just really getting rid of the seasonal flavor. Well, they have all flavors. Everything is on sale. 25 to 27% off. This one tastes like a melon. We've got prickly pear, one of my favorites. It's like prickly pear. It's good. Rainbow candy, I'm drinking that right now. And we have all the mainstay flavors. Even the box itself that has 10 different flavors is on sale. Or the Reboot, or our protein. So I always say, listen, our number one product is our ketones. I've been drinking this for 8 years. You drink it. I'm drinking it right now. Puts you in ketosis in under an hour. Tastes great. This is my tool of choice. Some of you choose, because we have a choice on what we drink. I choose ketones because they work. They taste great. I feel amazing. I don't have to take a nap. I'm not snacking all day. I've got energy to keep up with my kids, all 4 girls, all day long, no matter what. You choose to drink what you want to drink. Some of you live off of Diet Coke or Mountain Dew or energy drinks or coffee, right? You can make coffee healthy. But I'm choosing to drink ketones. If you want to know more about the sale, I'll send you a message here very shortly. And I'll tell you this, I feel amazing. They work. You don't have to be doing a keto diet. I actually rather prefer to coach people on eating low carb, higher protein, working on your water intake, helping you understand the importance of moving your body, going for a walk, just taking care of your body today so that you can live a healthy tomorrow. Like the phrase that we said, I want you to choose the right choices today for your health and fitness so that you are the healthy version of you tomorrow. It's super important. I can't make you, but I can share with you. So thank you for tuning in. Your presence matters. I'm going to be sending you all messages that post sale below. Otherwise, continue to tune in later today. Have a wonderful day. I'd love for you to press the share button. My nose is tickly. Press the share button. Sharing is caring. It invites people to join us on the Keto Mom community. And thank you. I know, I love that quote. It's so good. It's so, so good. All right, I'm going to let you go. We'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye, everybody.